we're going to write a piece of code that compares a input password from the stored password. And then if the input password is correct, it would allow the user in. Let's start with an example. First, we declare a variable called saved password. And let's say the password is ABCDEFG. And the input password so far has not been input, so we're going to call it input password equal to empty piece of string. Now we're going to let the user input a password. Input password equal to input. This is the command. This is a function that allows a piece of input to be fed into this variable. We have an if statement. If saved password is equal to input password, then we're going to print welcome. Else, we're going to print wrong password. Let's run it. So now it's asking what is the password. Let's suppose that I know the right password, ABCDEFG. It says welcome. Let's run it again. Let's say I forgot the password. I just wrote ABCD. And it says wrong password. You can also give a prompt to the input by saying, please input your password. And let's run it. So now instead of just giving you a box, it says, please input your password. ABCDEF, wrong password. So far so good. Now you noticed that if somebody had the wrong password, they will be kicked out of the program. Sometimes you may want to give the user more chances to try. We are going to build a code that checks if it's wrong, you can come back and retype. So we have saved password equal to ABCDEFG. We're going to ignore the suggestion for now. And we're going to give a initial value to the input password. We'll make it an empty cell. Let's have a loop while the input password is not equal to the saved password. As long as these two passwords are not equal, we're going to go into the loop. So in the loop, what is going to be done is that first we'll ask for the password, and then we'll check if the password is correct. If the password is correct, it says welcome, and we're actually going to add a line called break. This will break out of the loop. If you don't do this, the code will go back to the start of the loop again, which is not a big deal here, but it's a good practice. Input what is your password. So we're going to say ABC, ABD, incorrect. Please try again. ABD, incorrect. Please try again. Some random password, wrong. ABCDEF, wrong. ABCDEFG, that's correct. It will say welcome, and now it breaks out of the code. Now let's try to limit the number of tries. You don't want to give people unlimited number of tries, but we have to use a counter to count how many times it has been tried. So let's just modify this piece of code. We're going to add a count. The count is initially 0. Instead of checking the loop against whether the password is correct, we're going to let the count be less than 3. So as long as the count is less than 3, we're going to keep going. So every time in the loop, we're going to check if the password is correct or not. And if it is correct, it will say welcome and break, else it will print wrong password. But we're going to add one line here. We're going to say count equal to count plus 1. So now there are two ways for the loop to be broken. One is if the password is correct, or if the number of tries exceeds 3. Now let's run the code, but something is wrong. The colon is missing. The syntax is very important, and what we're doing here is debugging. There's a famous saying that coding is largely debugging. Please enter the password. Let me try a wrong one. Wrong password. Please enter it again. Again, wrong. Now let me go to another run that is wrong. Wrong password. It exit the program. Okay. And we can also modify this so it will say how many tries are left. Wrong password 3 minus count tries left. Okay, so let's run it again. Input a wrong one, ABC. Wrong password, 3 tries left. A, B, C, D, E. 2 tries left. D, E, S, whatever. 1 try left. Actually, at this point, it should already finish because we have already given 3 tries. The reason is because we should set the count to 2 in this case. From 0 to 2, it gives you 3 tries. So now the piece of code is complete. I hope that it shows you how to use if statements and the loop and how to combine them together and print out something interesting for a user interface. Thank you very much. By the way, you can stop this code by pressing this button here. If it runs, and it will exit and go into another new cell. Thank you very much. Please check out our video on a 20-minute foundation course and other examples of live coding. See you next time.